of shadows.
Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you are here and I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Today's video is a really unsettling one, but also one that I felt was so important to share. Because actually not too long ago, my friend received a text message from someone that she didn't know that we actually laughed about in that particular moment. And even I started to receive some strange messages afterwards as well. But I recently learned that there is something much darker at play when it comes to these messages, and I personally feel as though, given the platform that I have, I do feel it's important to share that with you guys in hopes that if any of you ever receive said text messages, you will not respond to them and hopefully will be able to stay completely safe. Before we get into today's video though, I would just very quickly like to thank today's video sponsor, Blueland. Since last year, I've been personally trying to make sustainable life changes, especially when it comes to the things and products that I use daily. That's when I realized how difficult it truly is to find cleaning products without harmful ingredients until I discovered Blueland. Blueland believes that you can truly have it all in your everyday products, meaning no sacrifices and no compromise. Their products are effective, convenient, safe for use, affordable, and more importantly, sourced from clean ingredients. What I love about Blueland is that unlike traditional liquid cleaners that are sold in single-use plastics, with Blueland, all you need to clean your house or hands is this nickel-sized tablet. Blueland uses no single-use plastic in any component, from bottles, tablet wrappers, to shipping. Their products are vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean ingredients. And Blueland is EPA certified, which means EPA scientists have evaluated every ingredient in the product. All you do is fill your Forever bottle with warm to hot water, drop one of the tablets into the water bottle, and use within minutes. No shaking or stirring needed. Instead of you guys buying individual cleaning products or hand soap, if you get a kit, you already get 20% savings, and I have a code for you guys to get an additional 15% off. All you have to do is click the link down in my description to get 15% off of your very first kit. Honestly, you guys don't want to miss this because they don't do this like ever. And Blueland is now shipping to the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. So make sure that you guys click the link at the very top of my description to get 15% off of your first kit. And thank you so much to Blueland for changing how I clean my house and my hands, but also for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's get into this video because it's gonna be a heavy one. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with receiving text messages or phone calls from either people who A, don't exist, or people who are trying to scam you. Now initially for me, I was receiving a ton of phone calls from like those duct cleaning services and things of that particular nature. And I remember I would just answer the phone and just hang up immediately because I knew that it was a scam in one way, shape, or form or another. But recently, I actually started receiving certain text messages that were super weird. And what it kind of brought back to me was some texts that were exchanged between someone that we don't know and one of my very best friends. Now, I actually do have screenshots of this conversation that I'm going to be referencing on my phone because when this was happening, my friend was sending me the conversation and we were kind of almost laughing at the whole conversation. And there's a reason why this isn't funny in the end. But I will insert some screenshots up on the screen here for you guys to see, and I'll read you guys a couple of the messages and then I'll explain some messages that I've recently got and then what was recently released and discovered about these messages and why you should absolutely never respond. So the text message reads, "Hey, are you Tatum?" And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name because I don't want to say it wrong. But then it says, "We talked on Tinder before when I came up to visit my grandma, but we didn't connect for coffee. I'm back in the area for a while if you wanted to for sure meet up this time. Are you too busy?" So my friend responds, "Someone gave you the wrong number. Sorry." Then this person writes back, "Dang, did I just actually chat up some random man? Dang, my fault. I can be a dummy some of the time." And then they go ahead and they send a picture of themselves to my friend. To which she responds, the reason I'm making this face is going to be very evident in a few minutes, but to which she responds, "I am a woman, but have a great day." To which they respond, "Thank you for not being annoyed. I guess not every man is assholes that give out wrong nums. Ha ha. Want to text? What is your name? Awesome. Great to meet you. Thanks for being cool. What stuff do you do for fun?" My friend responds, "Not interested in chatting." To which they say, "I'm in town house sitting for my aunt because they took a vacation in Australia. I wonder how their pandemic situation is there. Anyways, what you think about all this corona blank?" You can see it on the screen. And she says, "Man, this Delta variant is dumb AF. I have been home too long, going mental. How about you?" And at that point, my friend decided to block and delete this individual from their phone. Like, they wanted absolutely nothing to do with them. And we thought it was just like some weird person. Like, why are they even writing this? What the heck? So shortly after this, I started receiving some really strange text messages from local phone numbers saying my name. So it would say like Hailey with a kiss face and then like these random links. To which I assumed these links are viruses and somehow my phone number and name was like sold somewhere that they were able to contact me. So I've been kind of leaving that to the side and not worrying about it. Now, one thing that I want to say that's really creepy and odd is that there are plenty of people who are able to take your phone number and use it to call people as scams. So for an example, I received a phone call from a number that was very similar to mine, like a number off of mine. And when I call back, they're like, "I didn't call you, I'm so sorry." And that has happened to me as well, where people say that my phone number has called them. And when I answer, when they call back, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't call you." And they're like, "Oh." So people are definitely stealing people's phone numbers and calling one another. So this was all kind of just something that we thought was super weird and super strange and whatnot, until I recently read an article and saw a TikTok that explained the more dark and sinister meaning behind these girls being apologetic for messaging a random guy. Basically, the TikTok began explaining that these are trafficking methods or methods that are putting women in danger, because essentially in all of these situations, using various dating apps, a woman will write what she's presuming in the text message to be a man and say, "Hey, we talked on Hinge," or "We talked on Tinder," or "We talked on XYZ," and whatnot. And then to which the individual will either write back as a man thinking like, "Hey, yeah, we did," or "I don't know who you are," or they will say eventually, "I am a woman." Another way they follow through with this method as well is like you saw in the message that my friend received. They literally flat out said, "Did I just hit up a random man?" Queuing for you to write back and say, "No, I'm a woman." And even after my friend said, "Hey, I'm a woman," or "Hey, I'm not interested," or "Hey, this is me," they kept trying to engage in conversation and trying to meet up with you. So from what I read online is that it's a really dangerous scenario to put yourself into, because ultimately it is individuals trying to target women and in one way or another get these women to meet them or reach out to them, or to somehow or another find out where these women are, learn more about them, and do whatever it is that they are planning to do. Now, when I watched the TikToks on it, it said that it was a trafficking method. I also just think it's, whatever it is, it's people up to no good, and it's definitely not something to be taken lightly. But what really gave me the heebie-jeebies was when I started seeing all these videos on this, and I was like, wait a second. My friend had this exact experience. So what they're advising people to do if you receive a message of this nature is to not even respond. Don't tell them who you are. Don't tell them anything about you. Just either block or delete it and act as though you haven't seen it, because the main danger of this particular text message is the fact that they're hoping that you're gonna give them tidbits about who you are and what you are and where you are. And I don't even know what to say about this either, because it just makes me so sick that there are people out there who are preying on others and utilizing their confusion or moments of weakness to gain or do whatever it is they're planning to do. But if you guys receive any messages of this nature in one way or another, please, please, please don't even entertain it. Block, delete, just don't even give it any bit of your time, energy, or personal details, because there are warnings all over that this is a very, very dangerous thing to engage in, and that it is a dark tactic. As I said at the beginning of today's video, I felt as though it was important for me to talk about this and just explain that there are potentially darker things at play here. As I said, my friend and I thought it was kind of funny. We're like, what is wrong with this person? Like, who are they? And we kind of messed around back with them, but come to find out there was so much more at play here, and it could have ended much more dangerous if she didn't block this individual at the time that she did and completely stop associating with them. So I felt like with my platform, it was important to talk a little bit about this and to give you guys a warning to just always have your guard up when it comes to people that you don't know. Even though we want to believe that everybody out there in the world is kind-hearted and has good intentions, that's not always the case. And I just want you guys to stay safe out there. I've been getting, like I said, some super freaking weird messages to my phone recently, and there's just been a lot of strange shenanigans going on in that department. But yeah, I hope that you guys heard this message and that hopefully it'll help even one person out there. Have you guys had any similar experiences? What do you think the motive is behind it? All I know is that whatever it is not of good intention. So I would love to hear it from you guys, what you think. And that is basically it for today's video. Once again, I would just absolutely love to thank Blueland for sponsoring this video. As I mentioned, all that you have to do is click the link down in my description box to get 15% off of your first kit. So make sure that you guys do that, and thank you so much, Blueland, for sponsoring. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my content, I would seriously love it more than anything if you go ahead and click that subscribe button, and please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, to do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you.